get through the door. This is probably not the best idea. Right, I think it's a sideways situation. I've literally just had an enormous delivery. This is quite possibly one of my favourite deliveries out of the entire year. When I say I wait months for this, I genuinely do, and I'm so excited that it has finally arrived. But welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all really well, and welcome back to a new vlog. It is another absolutely stunning day. We've got glorious sunshine, and these are the dream crisp autumnal days that we all lust after. It's bright, it's cool, it's fresh, and it's perfect for that sort of like layering, gorgeous autumnal fashion. I feel like a lot of people struggle with what to wear in autumn. You know, spring is easy and it's beautiful pastel-y colours. It's still quite fresh and gorgeous little cardigans and light coats. Summer is summer. Autumn is all about layering, and then winter, of course, we've got those gorgeous chunky knits, polar necks, beautiful coats. But I think autumn, a lot of people struggle and they sort of say like what to wear, and I'm here to help you. But this is not going to be your average unboxing, because this is going to be a Holland Cooper unboxing. It is their brand new items from their autumn collection, and it is absolutely no surprise to anybody that I am besotted with the brand. Every single thing they stand for, and just what Jade has built. She has built this remarkable empire that just celebrates women in every single shape and size, and also age. I love the fact that it is so wildly multi-generational. You've got the youngsters who want to go round in the gorgeous tweeds, all the way up to Dame Mary Berry. I mean, have you guys seen the new Icon series, whereby they are announcing their icons, and we've had no other than Mary Berry herself, Claire Balding, and then literally the new one has just launched, Jodie Kidd. She's celebrating and championing so many remarkable women. Of course, they're household names, but they stand for so many different things than that. It's so multi-generational, and also so many different people in different walks of life and different fields can wear Holland Cooper. Whether you are the city boss woman who is sitting in boardrooms wanting to feel her most powerful self in a pinstripe suit, or whether you are walking in the countryside wearing a beautiful pair of fur-lined wellies. She really creates something for every woman, whilst also championing and really celebrating great British craftsmanship. The incredible people who have such experience. She's supporting mills that are hundreds of years old, and these amazing tweeds, and really supporting the old school British craft in all of the amazing tailoring that Holland Cooper do. But of course she is also moving with the times and creating new items like all of her beautiful loungewear. I mean, I literally wear a Holland Cooper piece every single day. It literally, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm literally in head to toe Holland Cooper, but it is just amazing, and I feel really honoured. Genuinely, I still pinch myself that I get to work with brands like this, and I get to say that I am one of their global brand ambassadors. It is literally a dream come true, and as I said, these deliveries I still can't quite get over. It's almost like a bit of a, I'm like, is that my name on the box? Trust me, it never ever sinks in. I think that's, again, a question that I get quite a lot, is like, do you ever like get bored of the deliveries, or do you ever, you're like, oh yeah. Trust me when I say I am like a girl in a toy shop or a little child in a candy store, whether it is an enormous Holland Cooper delivery or whether it's a chocolate ladder rack bunny. No matter what it is, it always is just beyond exciting. So brew yourselves a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and join me, because this is going to be epic. These boxes, we've got a little bit of everything. They've just launched their brand new loungewear collection. Not the loungewear as in like the gorgeous like contour top and leggings. Loungewear as in like super comfy, beautiful like jumpers and tracksuit bottoms. They're kind of like a take on the iconic like cool gal vibes, but in a really classic old school old vibe, quite vintage way. So how they've managed to combine those two things and create something so epic, I don't know. We've got wool, we've got cashmere, we've got tweed, we've got some amazing autumnal dresses. What I'm trying to say is there is something for everybody in these boxes. I couldn't be happier, because you guys know me. I do so many different things. We have so many different events, whether I'm in London, whether I'm dog walking, whether I'm doing Pilates, whether I'm on a plane flying somewhere else, whether we're going to Cheltenham races, whether we are going to a glitzy, glamorous dinner party, you name it, I wear Holland Cooper to it. And so I love the fact that they cater to all of those women and make them feel their most powerful, glamorous selves. So, are you ready? Let's do this. One thing I will never get used to is the iconic green boxes. They're beautiful gold branding, the iconic green packaging, and the whole client experience actually starts at the very beginning. Their website is brilliant, the images are beautiful. They always have the recommendations in terms of sizing, next day delivery, and their delivery service is remarkable. Obviously the packaging is creme de la creme, and Jade takes such pride in that. She really trains people herself because she wants her clients and the friends and the family of the brand to really get that personal touch every single time they order Holland Cooper, not just the first time. And so you get these beautiful boxes. When I first started working with Holland Cooper, or to be honest with you, the first time I ever received Holland Cooper, I really wanted to be able to actually keep every single green box. But you can probably imagine what that looked like by now. But you get the stunning Holland Cooper tissue paper. Now I've just ripped it apart, but beautiful tissue paper. And inside here, this is actually something from their classic tailoring collection, something they have all year round, because it's one of those staples that I personally think everybody needs in their wardrobe, both female and male. A stunning camel double-breasted overcoat. It is so classic. It's almost like their purple label, black label Holland Cooper, and the details are so simple yet so sophisticated, and it just elevates every single look, and is again a coat that you can literally dress up or down for every single occasion, and I just adore it. And there we go, I've just popped that over my jeans and little jumper, and straight away it has just really transformed this outfit. Also the warmth of this, honestly the finest Scottish wool, beautiful lapel collar, gorgeous buttons, those iconic Holland Cooper buttons, but it's not too much. And I think an overcoat is so versatile, whether you're throwing this on for work or whether you want to just pop it over your shoulders, over a beautiful dress and boots. It's a coat that's going to work really, really hard in your wardrobe, and also a coat that you can bring out all year round. Such a fantastic colour. And there's something about a camel overcoat, it's actually the colour that I find is quite tricky, because with camel I don't want it to be too like gingery, but equally I don't want it to be too pale. It's such a stunning beige, whereby you can style this with literally any colour. And again, now towards the winter, you can actually also layer up as well. You can pop, you know, a thermal vest, your blouse, a really gorgeous jumper, even a blazer underneath, and get that iconic layering that Holland Cooper is so famous for. You could have a full three-piece suit on underneath this, and then just have the beige overcoat over the top. This is gorgeous. You've even got the beautiful little mini buttons. This really is, I don't want to say a collector's piece, because I think they're priced so well for a coat of this quality, made in England with the finest quality of fabric. It's just, I personally think it's phenomenal. I absolutely love it. And the other thing I love is actually the movement of the coat as well. It's absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous pockets. It's not in your face at all, but I do love an old heritage gold button. It just adds a tiny bit of glamour without it being too brash, if you know what I mean. This is beautiful. What an outstanding piece. This is most certainly coming to New York with me. Okay, I know you are going to love these. So many of you are always asking me for other options of my little Chanel pumps. And of course they are a certain price point. And in all honesty with you, the quality personally I think now of the Chanel pumps is not great, but one thing Jade does really pride herself on is creating beautiful footwear. I actually have these in the flats. I literally have them here. I wore them yesterday. These are probably one of my most worn pumps. I love the colour, love the black toe, such a pretty little bow, and I love the hardware on the front. And she has brought out, it's almost like too good to be true, a beautiful little chunky heeled pump, and they are so stunning, but they have got a little extra detail that makes them even more special. Right, I'm going to put these on the windowsill. Guys, look at these. Are these not the most beautiful pair of little heeled pumps? I am so in love. The most gorgeous little chunky heel. It just adds that little bit of height, whether you want to wear them to the office or whether you want to do like a really cute little like mini skirt moment with a blazer. That is how I'm going to style them. A stunning beige, gorgeous little round toe, but it's not too round. They've really nailed the design detail of the toe, because I think it's a fine line. Gorgeous little HC branding. The HC branding is actually a lot smaller on this sweet little pump than the others. And then you've got the little gold chain and the pearl. I think it's beautiful. And even the tiny little HC detail on the pearl button. These are gorgeous. These are going to sell out the second that they launch. I'm obsessed. What do they call them? The Pearl Ballet Mid Heel. They're so amazing. And also the price point is remarkable. Just unboxing the other one, and I also just wanted to show you that the sweet little strap on the front is actually on a little popper, so it's absolutely perfect. There's no elastic or this particular bit. You don't have to sort of like squidge your foot in. They have literally thought of everything. So that just poppers on like that, and you have got the iconic green soles. So I've just popped on the right one, pop on the left one. Actually, I do have a bit of a dodgy right foot, as a lot of you already know, and just having something that I don't have to like really push my foot into. Also, with, you know, the weather fluctuating, with it being too hot or too cool, or my foot being swollen, like I definitely have to think about shoes, and also comfort of shoes, which is so important. And they've kind of just taken that worry away from me, which I love. Now these are just absolutely stunning. They are so cute. They're kind of like an everyday shoe, but they're quite smart. So you could be wearing quite a casual outfit and pop these little cute little pumps on, and it will instantly sort of elevate the outfit. However, you could also be wearing like a gorgeous suit, and it just makes them slightly more feminine. I'm thinking gorgeous little skirts, a pair of tights, and these sweet little pumps. They're beautiful, and I like the fact that it's just giving me a little bit of height without wearing a heel as such, and then sort of having to walk around in them all day. They're beautiful, absolutely stunning. I'm looking in the mirror being like, oh, I'm obsessed. I love the pearl as well. They're matching my pearls today. They are beyond cute. Okay, I've actually had to sit down for this moment because what's in here I was not quite prepared for. This is incredible, absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness. So many beautiful bits and bobs, and I just love the fact that they have such a large spectrum of price points. So whatever your budget may be, you can buy something beautiful from Holland Cooper. These are the gorgeous little driving gloves, and again, look at this packaging. Look at the incredible level of attention and detail they go to. These are stunning. Absolutely stunning. Oh. And these are just the most stunning pair of chocolate leather driving gloves, and it really is the detail that makes them just exquisite. They are so buttery soft. They pass the sniff test. If you know, you know. Epic leather, you know those old school vintage classic cars, and you open up the car door and you just sit in those incredibly padded leather seats, and you just get that instant epic scent of exquisite leather. You get the exact same with these. I love the little holes that they have on the fingers, and of course they have elevated it with a beautiful gold little chain and tiny little HC accents. These are beautiful and in such a rich chocolate. My gosh, now let's have a little feel of what the fit is like. These are 100% leather as well. And also they've popped in a little elastic detail here just so that the fit is really beautiful, and I also adore the cutout. It's almost like that real vintage vibe. I need a little Holland Cooper headscarf now. I'll probably put my rollers back in and get just, oh my gosh, I am so in love with these, and such a beautiful gift to give somebody, potentially that one person who might have everything. Accessories can literally make an outfit, and I think these are beautiful. Whether I'm just simply going on a dog walk or whether I'm trying to elevate an entire look overall, a simple pair of beautiful leather driving gloves can do literally just that. But they've also got the little index little panel on it, so it does also mean that you can use your phone. Details, ladies and gentlemen, details like that are the reason why Holland Cooper is just so phenomenal. Then they have got their new Equine Club range. Now you know me, I'm a horsey gal through and through, and I love that very classic, really old school, old equestrian aesthetic. We've got all of my saddles in the Ralph Lauren spare bedroom. Honestly, it's ridiculous, but they have created just such a beautiful collection, really inspired by sporting excellence and heritage. And I just loved this cap. Whether I'm running around the field with the dogs, whether I'm running down to Pilates, whether I want to be slightly more incognito, a cap is brilliant. Also, traveling in a cap, kind of feel like it's bougie. It's like celebrity vibes. A cap and a pair of sunnies. People are always like, who's that? But yeah, it's got a beautiful Holland Cooper detail on the back. this beautiful off-white. It's almost like a bit of an oatmeal-y colour, and that gorgeous green embroidery is beautiful. It just looks expensive. I just adore the font that they've used as well, and the branding looks insane. So we've kind of got a bit of a mixture between the loungewear and beautiful knitwear, a few more smarter pieces. I really do think a headband is that unsung hero that can instantly tie a whole outfit together. You know, you might be that slight little bit of houndstooth tweed potentially on a skirt or a blazer, or you want to tie in particular colours. If you want to incorporate a certain colour with a handbag, you just need something else to be that slight nod to include it into an outfit, that can be a headband. And this is a new beautiful headband from Holland Cooper. This is the Mocha Houndstooth, and it is stunning. All of those gorgeous caramel, taupe, camel, beige and chocolate tones. It's also the details on the inside of the headband. They are so beautiful. They're such a gorgeous shape, and I love the little HC on the top, and they're also just so comfortable to wear. I think brands sometimes don't think about designs of headbands because they think it's quite an easy product to make, but headbands are so important to get right, because if you get them wrong they can give you the worst headache or just keep sliding off. But the Holland Cooper, once it's kind of like placed, almost just forget about it. And I love the look of like my hair off of my face, and I just adore the colors of this beautiful piece. And also they sit a little bit further back so you don't get that like tight bit behind your ear. Jade has really thought about this, and I love it. I absolutely adore these colors, and this stunning mocha headband is definitely going to be one of my most worn accessories this season. And actually, just before I show you the next thing, I also just want to show you the beautiful little dust bag that it comes in itself. Like, how gorgeous is this? So a beautiful present. I don't want to start saying the C word, but if you were thinking about potential Christmas presents, then a headband is such a gorgeous like stocking filler. I think it's beautiful, and I love all of the details. It just makes it feel really special. Oh, what to do next? I think if we do a little bit of knitwear. Now, knitwear, a colour that I don't have, surprisingly, a lot of, is actually navy. I've got a lot of navy blazers, but with knitwear, I'm always more obliged to go for sort of like the camel and the whites, creams, all of that sort of malarkey. But I'm always, and it's kind of the one colour in my wardrobe that I'm always needing and I never have, is a navy 3/4 zip, and they've just brought out this beauty. And it's not just navy. I love the fact that they are combining just tiny little accents of other colours, which just makes it so much easier to style with loads of different things in your wardrobe. Whether you're wearing like a gorgeous pair of like white cut-off jeans, or even denim jeans, even if you're wearing like a pair of like camel office trousers, you can style this and it's going to look like a match made in heaven. You've got beautiful buttons. These are their little vintage buttons, and then you can see the colour of the camel and the beautiful cream on the piping on the little sleeve. These are a really beautiful fit. It's actually very similar. It's the same fabric as the gorgeous little sweater that I'm wearing. This one actually has a little collar, but as you can see, it is a beautiful fit. It is quite a slim fit, but it doesn't cling, which I love. So I'll show you what that looks like on in just a minute. This is called a Zoe quarter zip in ink navy, and as you can see, it's got beautiful gold hardware, and you can really zip them up and create like such a gorgeous look for this time of year. I love it. And then my most worn shirt, of this year is definitely my Louisa shirt. It is the beautiful contrast pinstripe shirt. You know, the one with the white collar and the white sleeves. Jade has just brought it out in this gorgeous like periwinkle blue. It's a very, very pale blue, and you've got the crisp white collar and the beautiful cuffs. But this shirt comes with the cufflinks. Cufflinks on a woman, I think, is so sexy and so powerful. You know how much I love my jewellery. Cufflinks is jewellery, and I take my cufflinks very, very seriously. And these are also a new pair of cufflinks that I've literally just seen myself. So my other cufflinks have Holland Cooper on one side and HC on the other, and they have got these ones. Oh my gosh, they are absolutely gorgeous. It almost looks as though it could be your family crest. So this is my signet ring here, and we have our family crest in our signet ring. It's probably a question I get probably about 20 times a week, is always questions on my signet ring. Who made my signet ring? What is a signet ring? What does my family crest look like? And Jade has almost done the Holland Cooper family crest on these beautiful cufflinks. And another thing that I am really, really rather fussy over is chain cufflinks. My personal recommendation is don't buy the cufflinks that you poke through and then they sort of like, it's called a T-bar. Always, always invest in chain cufflinks, because although they're a little bit trickier to get in, you're not going to lose them. And they're kind of like they're the cufflinks to have, let's say. Old school, that's what that is. And they are beautiful, absolutely stunning. Now in the Louisa shirts, I'm going to try this one on and just make sure that what I'm telling you is right. But with my other one, I actually sized down. So I have this in a size 6, but they've done this fantastic design panel at the back, which, as you can see, you've got those seams at the front and the back. And the tailoring on this shirt is nothing short of a masterpiece. It's beautiful. So I cannot wait to style that with my suits, with my tweed, with my jeans. I'm gonna style it with like chocolate suede, tan suede. I've got so many ideas in how you can utilize and style this shirt. Oh, just so beautifully. Oh, this is stunning. So I went a bit all out with the old navy, the navy knits. This is absolutely stunning. So this is Holland Cooper's brand new Jessica quarter zip. It's this beautiful wool blend, chunky navy knit. It is so classic and so classy, and just a piece that I could have in my wardrobe that's going to work so hard. Whether I'm just going to throw it on for warmth and go on a dog walk, or whether I can put it over my shoulders and layer it with a really stunning outfit. But I loved the different colours that they've incorporated into it. We've got a really, really beautiful, it's almost like a burnt orange, gorgeous cream detail on the sleeves, and then you've got the same around the collar. It's got such a gorgeous big collar on it that it actually folds back like so when you've got the zip undone. I can't wait to show you what this looks like on. And it's also got the same detailing on the bottom. What a beautiful piece. Gorgeous gold hardware. This is such an uber piece to have in your wardrobe, and I just think instantly makes your outfit look expensive. And it's got a really, really understated tiny, tiny little HC detailing. I absolutely adore it when Jade does this branding. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now this, I can't actually believe it feels the way it does. I think this is the softest loungewear I have ever felt in my life. The incredible like contour leggings, they literally feel like butter. And she's done the same with these. Oh my gosh, the fleece on the inside. These are so beautiful, and she's done it in the like wide leg. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, these are like posh tracksuit bottoms. Oh, They're beautiful. Well, first and foremost, I think the colour is stunning. She's done the exact same branding of these real quiet country club aesthetic. And I just thought for traveling and also around the house, like this is going to be the new travel wear with the Henley blazer over the top, because you know what I'm like about traveling in a blazer. But she's created such a beautiful sweat set in this stunning stone color. Now this is the little crew, so you've got a round neck. It is so beautifully lined in the softest fleece. Gorgeous little crew detail around the neck. The branding is in chocolate brown and is a little bit oversized. So comfortable. I can't get over how soft this is. This is beautiful. Yeah, Great British exquisite sporting goods since 2008. Okay, I can't wait to see what that's gonna look like on. This is gonna be like the old school, quiet, luxury loungewear set of the season, mark my words. And then imagine this with the cap. It's going to be such an epic look. I'm obsessed. Now, a couple of things that I've really been needing in my wardrobe. It's kind of like when you're putting together an outfit, what are those key pieces? What are those essentials that you need that's going to tie the outfit together? And for me, I was missing a beautiful camel polo neck. And Holland Cooper do this beautiful polo neck called the Kelsey. And I just thought it was really different, and I loved the style because it's got these little shoulder pads in it. Got gorgeous structure on the shoulder, beautiful little shoulder details. You've of course got the gold buttons. Quite honestly now I can never go back, and this fabric is so wildly flattering whether you want to wear it out or whether you want to wear it tucked in. It's kind of that underlayer piece that just sets the whole outfit up for the win. I adore it, absolutely adore it. And again, they've got the beautiful balloon sleeves that you all know and you all love, and then they nip in at the wrist. It's just gorgeous, and one of those, almost like the headband, it's an unsung hero, but it's all the tiny design features that just make it look expensive. Yeah, it's just beautiful, and I love a shoulder pad. But let's actually double check this. Let's see whether these are detachable. So if you wanted to get both looks, you can. Of course they are. They're on poppers. Amazing. And I know I've been banging on about the jeans. I'm literally wearing them today. They are the most comfortable and the most flattering pair of jeans I've ever come across. The fit is everything, the feel, the color, and they're just outstanding. Well, Holland Cooper have just brought them out in chocolate brown. I have never ever added something to my basket quite so quickly. So they are the same design. You've got the beautiful gold buttons on the front. It's almost like they are a denim, but they kind of look like a little bit corduroy. They aren't, but they kind of have a little look. They're just such a gorgeous, rich chocolate. Beautiful little gold design details without it being too much. Stunning understated pockets on the back with tiny little HC notes. I love the little buckles, the little buttons, they're beautiful. And these are the wide leg, and I just thought with a gorgeous pair of like chocolate stilettos, you can even style it like, I love how Jade is styling like the chocolate with the pale blue and the beautiful tweed coat over the top. I've got my great coat up here. I wore it the other evening. Honestly, the amount of people that message me being like, link. Calm down. All of the links will be in the description box, and I'll also do some Instagram stories to direct links for you guys. But I just thought, oh, I need them. So if you aren't big jean lovers, but you want the same style in chocolate, these are it. Let me give you the exact name of these. Tailored wide leg jean, chocolate. Run, literally run. So we have got the final box, the final countdown. Okay, so a few final pieces, and then I have something wildly special to share with you. Obviously, we spoke about Dame Maryberry and the Icon series and a few new faces to the Holland Cooper family a little bit earlier. But there's something even bigger, and it has so much more meaning behind it, and I am so excited to be able to actually share it and show it to you. But before that, I want to show you these because, as you know, I have an obsession with chocolate from the majority of my wardrobe, and we're now in that season whereby I can literally wear every single piece. But these are Holland Cooper's brand new Sherpa lined Regency Wellington boots in this stunning matte chocolate. They are so beautiful, but further than that, it is the technology and the design that just make their Wellingtons in a different league, literally in a league of their own. From the tread that ensures that I don't slip after a sausage chasing a squirrel, or whether they are just unbelievably waterproof. I can hike up mountains and I just know that I'm going to be so comfortable, and this beautiful colorway is just going to fit seamlessly into my entire country wardrobe. They honestly, they look like a fashion piece, but I promise you they are unbelievable, and I wish that I could just reach out, grab your hands and let you feel this stunning lining. It goes all the way down into the very toe. You've got a beautiful padded sole as well, and they are so warm. The technology on these incredible Wellingtons, I don't know how they do it, but they are absolutely beautiful and are the real unsung hero of my country wardrobe. I'm telling you, my gardening loafers, if anybody was to ask me like what are the Holland Cooper must-haves, I think everybody in their life should be graced with a Holland Cooper trench coat. They are iconic for a reason, and it's just the way that they make you feel when you're wearing one. Definitely one of those. I would definitely say my gardening clogs are my most worn Holland Cooper piece, because I'm literally in them a gazillion times a day walking my dogs around the orchard. And then I would say the wellies, they're beautiful. A beautiful piece of Holland Cooper tailoring. So these are gorgeous, and they're brand new colorway. Now, on to the extremely special moment that I am so lucky to be able to share with you in the way that I do as one of the Holland Cooper ambassadors, is to be able to give you guys one of the first looks at this stunning blazer. Well, it comes in, of course, like a three-piece suit. These are the pieces from the Icon series campaign. It was all about celebrating the power of British heritage and British design. And of course, the faces of it are some remarkable women. From Dame Maryberry, I mean, one of the most well-known women in England and worldwide, to Claire Balding. I mean, I was watching Claire on television growing up as a little girl. She is one of the most remarkable and most talented TV presenters and now best time-selling authors we have here in the UK. And now they have just released the latest face, being Jodie Kidd. And the campaign is all about tailoring. They have launched the beautiful Belgravia double-breasted blazer in the Westminster tweed. A stunning tweed that is iconic, it's classic, it's classy and everything. But more importantly, they are doing something far bigger. They are doing something with such passion and importance. They are donating 10% of the proceeds of every single blazer that is sold to the King's Trust Change a Life campaign, a remarkable initiative that supports women's adversity. And I think that that is just remarkable. They're using some of the most inspirational, powerful, great British women that we have who are in so many different industries, doing so many remarkable things, all celebrating great British craftsmanship and doing something for charity and supporting women, I think is truly phenomenal. So this beautiful Westminster tweed not only comes in the blazer, but it also comes in the incredible high-waisted wide leg trouser, a beautiful waistcoat, and a gorgeous little mini skirt. So I'm going to try that on and show you what it looks like. But I do just want to take a moment just to stop and say, you know what, Holland Cooper produce and create some beautiful pieces. I've just sat here and shown you so many of them. But there's one thing in a woman's wardrobe, and actually a story that I hold really closely to my heart. One of the things my father actually bought me when I was 16 was a double-breasted blazer. And I wore that blazer to some of the most important occasions, meetings, celebrations, interviews. When I got the job, I also wore that blazer. And I think a double-breasted blazer is such an important item to have in one's wardrobe, no matter who you are, where you are in life, and what you do for a living. A double-breasted blazer is so powerful, and I think this whole initiative with the King's Trust Girls Charity is all about supporting women and ladies and young women and dressing them for the occasion. But it's not just dressing smart and looking the part, it's also feeling the part as well. And I just think the Westminster tweed and partnering with such an iconic British brand as Holland Cooper, and even Jade's story with being, you know, she's moved mountains to build the empire that she has, and now she's giving back, and you are shopping with a purpose, and you know that not only will you wear this blazer and will you feel powerful, and I'm sure do some remarkable things yourself, by buying this blazer you are directly donating to the King's Trust Change a Girl's Life campaign, and both you and I can directly help a woman who is facing such adversity in her life and give them the support and the funds to get back on their feet and give them opportunities so that they can have a better future for themselves and also a working future. Give them the confidence and also the opportunity. The King's Trust Change a Girl's Life campaign is all about giving these women opportunities that I'm sure you are so lucky and I am just so blessed to have. And I think by buying things like this with a purpose and raising those funds, it's also all about making women feel confident when walking into a job interview, whether that's wearing a blazer that's going to make you feel the part, but also these funds help get women back on their feet after cost of living crisis, you name it, they've gone through it. So I think it's a very, very special campaign. They're using the most remarkable faces that are from Jodie Gidd, who was a supermodel, to Dame Mary Berry, who's 91 and just a national treasure. So I think it's extremely special. And not to mention, it is the most beautiful blazer and the most stunning collection. The Westminster tweed has got to be one of my favorites. So you can definitely feel a little bit better about buying a double-breasted stunning Holland Cooper blazer, because you will also be supporting so many women out there to get back on their feet and also face a future that they are so excited about. I think that is such an exceptional thing. But anyway, I feel like I've warbled on about it forever, so I'm going to show you what these pieces look like on. Here we go. So I'm just popping on the Louisa shirt. Gosh, this blue is just beautiful. and I just wanted to show you the details on the shirt. In terms of sizing, I would size down if you want quite a nice like little slim fit going on, and also I wouldn't say that I am a size 6 because of my chest, but I get absolutely no pulling at all on it. It's just gorgeous. Now these cufflinks are an absolute moment, but more than that, look at the beautiful embroidery detail on the cuff. These are absolutely stunning, and if you are a lady that wears double cuffed shirts, you can take the cufflinks out and wear them in your other shirts as well, and I just love it. You've also got collar stiffeners in here, so she's really thought about it. Now I love the colour of this shirt with the beautiful Westminster tweed. So the Westminster tweed, definitely get, please, if you are in the market for a double-breasted blazer, do something special. Please invest in it, because as I was saying, the King's Trust Change a Girl's Life campaign is just so wildly special, and if you can be a part of that, I think it's amazing. But the gorgeous Westminster tweed also comes in these beautiful high-waisted wide leg trousers. These have got the most scrumptious turn-ups I think I've ever seen. They literally look as though they have been handmade for me on Savile Row. Well, now they've got the atelier, literally the Holland Cooper atelier, but it's the tailoring on these beautiful trousers that is absolutely remarkable. I just love how they sculpt your waist. They really nip you in, and I am not wearing a belt. I actually never wear a belt with my high-waisted Holland Cooper trousers because I love the gold buttons. They do come with quite large belt hooks, but I just absolutely adore it. The fit over my bottom, like, hello? Is that mine? I mean, honestly, like, it's like some form of witchery, how they managed to like sculpt and nip your waist. They're so beautifully, I wouldn't say that they're like fitted over the hip, but they don't hang off the hip. They gorgeously glide over your hips. They sculpt and then they fall down, and then you've got that gorgeous turn up at the bottom. I am on my tippy toes, and as you can see, they're just such a stunning length. For reference, I am 5'8", so I am quite tall. You might want to turn them up a little bit more, or if you actually go to the atelier, which I would always recommend. Holland Cooper have literally just launched in the last 3 months their bespoke beautiful atelier service. You go to Holland Cooper in Cheltenham. It's not even in the boutique, it's a completely separate entrance, separate building, and it is so special. You can have your own VIP rail. Julian there is the most talented stylist I have ever come across. The attention to detail, the passion, and just the attention that you get there, you literally feel that you are Princess Catherine. I'm not even joking. And yes, Holland Cooper has dressed her too, but it's insane. And you can actually go there and have, if you did need something sort of like nipping here, tucking there, maybe it's something taken up, they can do that there. So if you are thinking about potentially visiting Holland Cooper, then I would definitely book a styling appointment. Please book the appointment, because if you make the effort to go there and they don't have one available, book it. Then I believe actually a stylist will call you, talk about what you're interested in, what your style is, and then they can pull pieces, and the experience is epic. And if you're going all out, then book number 131, which is their hotel in Cheltenham, and you get the full Monty. It's epic. But these trousers are just stunning, gorgeous pockets, and they are fully lined as well. And then just to show you what the blazer looks like over the top, I wear my blazers literally whether I am in the countryside going for like a really gorgeous like pub lunch, whether I'm sat in some of the most important meetings of my entire career, whether I'm in my Yorker, literally, I've worn my Holland Cooper blazers in just about every single scenario in life, and I think it's extremely special that Holland Cooper have done this partnership with the King's Trust to support women, to make them feel their very best. Anyway, look at this, it's absolutely gorgeous. That is the blazer over the top. I always love to have the cuffs of my shirt, especially when the cufflinks are poking out the bottom. Beautiful little antique gold buttons. These are the matte buttons, so they're not too blingy, if you know what I mean. Gorgeous gold double-breasted buttons. You can do it up, and it just is absolutely stunning. You can really layer this as well if you wanted to. You could be putting a polo neck on underneath. For example, I always see Jade, where is that jumper gone? I just took it off, there we go. I see Jade styling things all the time, and they do like knits over the top as well, which I think is a really cool look. And you can do this over the top of the shoulders as well, and just do that iconic Holland Cooper layering. I think what an epic look, what a powerful look. Oh, I don't get tired of ever saying this. You put something on from Holland Cooper, whether it's lighting one of the candles or whether you're wearing a three-piece suit, there's something about the branding that just makes you feel unstoppable. I'm not joking, like I can't feel like I'm not using the best words to explain it in the most eloquent way, but she's built the most remarkable brand that I feel so honoured to be a very small part of, but this is gorgeous. Now this year they've brought out kind of this new style. It's kind of like a really cute, like preppy little mini skirt, and you will probably agree with me, you don't see me in a mini skirt that often because I think it's quite tricky to get the design right. And a design that I'm absolutely obsessed with is A-line. I think it's very feminine, I think it's pretty, and I think it's super flattering, and this is exactly that. I also just want to show you how beautifully lined everything is. Gorgeous satin lining. The tweed is just creme de la creme. Gorgeous little details on the sides, and this has got the horn buttons and the zip. I'm putting this on camera. Trust me, you wouldn't want to see down here right now. Okay, let's tuck this in. And at the moment, I mean, it's a little bit trilly-willy, but we could do no tights. And this is gorgeous, little horn button. Do that zip up, gorgeous little concealed zip. And how cute is that? And that blue shirt underneath just gives it a little bit of a pop of a colour. Oh, I love it. And I'd style this actually with the blazer undone, just to show a little bit of waist. And it's just such a preppy, gorgeous look. The length of the skirt is just perfect. It's not too short, it's not too long. You've got the gorgeous pleat detail, and it just flares ever so slightly, which is so flattering. I love it, absolutely love it. And I also think it's a skirt that so many different generations can wear. I love it. This is so gorgeous. You are literally going to see me live in my Westminster tweed Belgravia blazer. Just popped on this beautiful beige polo neck. It's just so easy to wear, so comfortable, and the versatility is just sensational. I've just popped the shoulder pads in, and as you can see, it's created a lot more structure and almost like smartened the look up a bit. I adore the touch and feel of this fabric. Got gorgeous balloon sleeves, beautiful gold buttons that are nipped in at the wrist, and we've even got a beautiful little pleating detail on the shoulder. And then the way that the actual polo neck sculpts your neck, it almost, in a way that it sort of like nips in your wrist, it also like elongates your neck. I don't know how they do it, but they do, and I just love it. So I've just whipped out the shoulder pad, and as you can see, gives you either super structured or slightly more casual and relaxed. But I love the fact that they give you that option, and the little pads have little poppers, and so they're not sort of like sliding about. Something worse than like the shoulder pad making its way down or down your arm and you're sort of like trying to put it back on. Nope, they have thought about that for you. And instead of sort of like trying to stuff this back in, let's just show you these gorgeous high-waisted wide leg jeans. I am nothing short of obsessed with these, and the colour is just stunning. It's just a really, really beautiful, rich, dark chocolate, and they're so comfortable, whether you are literally wearing them around the house or whether you're really styling them up. I'm thinking a pair of like chocolate stilettos. I love the fact that you've got like a dark, long pair of trousers on, and then you show a tiny bit of skin on your foot with the stiletto. You add height and it just adds elevation, and it's just stunning, absolutely stunning. So these are definitely a must-have. Just popped on the Westminster tweed high-waisted wide leg trousers again, just to show you this gorgeous 3/4 zip navy little sweater, and it's stunning. The fit of these are just gorgeous. I love how slimming these are and just how comfortable and easy to wear. You could be wearing like a shirt underneath and have the collar, or you can be wearing nothing like I am and just zip it all the way up, or style it undone, just showing a little bit of your décolletage. And the gorgeous trim on the collar as well as the wrist, just make it. I love it. And also it just ties in, like normally you wouldn't be able to wear a navy little knit like this with a gorgeous pair of tweed trousers, but because of the colour tones that they've used, it just works. It's so fluid and so sophisticated. I absolutely adore it. Adore it. You could even pop the blazer over the top of this. You could do the shirt, the knit, the blazer, and then actually the camel overcoat. That would be the most epic outfit. Now that I've said that, I think we actually have to do that. So blazer is going on, and it's even the colours in the Westminster tweed. Even got like slight little hints of navy. It's sort of like chocolate, navy, tan, camel, beige. So you've got the beautiful gold buttons, and if you had like the little cuff sticking out the bottom, pop that on, and then we're going to do the overcoat over the top. And this is going to be some look because of the gorgeous trim. It all starts from the little camel trim on the knit jumper, and look at that for the most beautiful, powerful, epic, sophisticated, classy, old English heritage. We are absolutely smashing the layering. This is such a stunning look. And lastly, but most certainly not least, the Jessica quarter zip is just as delicious. It's a little bit more oversized, a bit more of a casual look, a little bit more of like a cozy, chunky knit, but it's so luxurious and just feels instantly cozy. But again, you could be styling this with the beautiful polar neck underneath. Really, really utilize the layering, and if you are combining the colors correctly, outfits can just go from being mediocre to being phenomenal. Really, really think about it and really make your outfits pop. And by literally wearing the same items and items that you already have in your wardrobe, think about all of the different colors, from tying in headbands. Let's pop the headband on, and we've got the stunning Westminster tweed with this beautiful chocolate houndstooth. It's going to work because of the colours. You can pull the colours out and instantly your outfit looks as though you have really, really spent time and put it together. It's just so cohesive. It looks absolutely stunning. I'm loving this. This is a real like old school, quiet luxury, uber piece. I absolutely adore it, from the really, really dark ink navy to the stunning crew knit detail. This is true craftsmanship, mark my words. And then the beautiful colour tones that they've used is just perfect for this time of year. Again, I'm thinking with this, I do a little bit of a tuck just so that you show those iconic gold buttons. And then I would actually style my chocolate suede trench over my shoulders, because I think it will tie in this beautiful like burnt orange colour. It is downstairs, however. I would run downstairs and go and get it. But the vlog will be like gazillion hours long and I feel like I've really walked on. But this is probably my best ever Holland Cooper haul yet. You just wait until Christmas, it might get better, but this is just delicious. They have absolutely smashed the autumn collection, and they've kind of really created pieces that fit into everybody's lifestyle. Like, who is your woman? Who is she? What does she do? And they have created the most stunning outfits to ensure that that particular person can feel epic and really, really feel the part and with whatever she is doing and setting out to achieve. Now, I can't say that I'm part of many clubs, like I'm not part of any sporting clubs, but if there was one sporting club I can get on board with and desperately want to be a part of, it's going to be the Holland Cooper Sporting Club, because if this is what we're wearing, holy smokes, is this ridiculous. I am absolutely bewildered. If Jade was going to create a tracksuit that screamed quiet luxury, uber elegant, and just old school luxe, it is this. It is this. Like the buttery soft touch. I literally wish you could feel this. You are going to gasp when you receive this item. It is just so beautifully crafted, but it's the inside. The inside is like this floofy, oh, almost saw a little bit of bra, but it's like this floofy, like it's like mohair, it's like cashmere, but it's not. It's that jersey type material, but they've somehow made it so buttery soft. You've got the really gorgeous little ribbed cuffs that again elongate your arms and then nip you in at the wrist. You've got a slight dropped shoulder that really, really leans into that kind of like really undone casual attire. I adore this branding. I think it is so classy and really, really timeless, but yet still so chic. How they have managed to combine the cool gal, the it gal, and the classic gal, I don't know, but this is it. And then the tracksuit bottoms. Take a pair, I tell you what, they have the cream pairs. Do you know what, I wore them yesterday. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them. These are them. As I was lazy and flung them over the chair last night. The real me, but you get to see it all. They're basically taken like the cut of these trousers, which are so gorgeous, and they've done something very similar with the tracksuit bottom, but they've kind of taken the concealed, zip away. These, by the way, are like absolute top product of mine at Holland Cooper. I literally wear them most days, but however, these may have trumped them because they've put the elasticated waistband and they've got pockets. You've got a really gorgeous, what looks to be like a pleat detail at the front. They've basically smartened up a pair of tracksuit bottoms and made them unbelievable. It kind of looks like a tailored pair of tracky bees. If there was anybody who was going to smash that design, it was going to be Jade. Like, they fit beautifully over the bottom. Like, let's just face it, tracksuit bottoms are slouchy and, to be honest with you, not that attractive, but we wear them because they're so comfortable. You kind of got that like oversized tracky bee look, but this is like a tailored wide leg, epically classy tracky bee look. I love them so much. the soft touch and the feel, and the little chocolate Holland Cooper branding, the little logo on the side that's a little bit of a wink to say, I know that you know that the Holland Cooper Sporting Club is the club to be in. And they do actually do these in a few different colours. They also have them in navy, so I will be buying those immediately after filming this vlog to ensure that they don't sell out. If this is still in stock by the time that you are watching this vlog, then you are extremely lucky. Get it in your basket, get it bought immediately, because this, you are not going to look back. It's a beautiful, it's actually quite a long jumper, so you could actually wear it quite long, but I actually would do the fold and the tuck. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what I am going to be living in. This is my working from home attire, as well as my traveling attire. So I'm going to go tracky bees with gorgeous little pumps. These are the pumps that I always wear. They're so comfortable, and also considering when I'm flying, my feet swell so much because of my veins. I would wear these cute little pumps. They're so comfortable, and no matter what size my ankle gets to, I can get them on. And then I would wear my Holland Cooper Henley beige blazer, and I am ready to travel in style. Oh my gosh, it's so stunning. Anyway, I have warped on. It just goes to show the love and the passion that I have for this brand. I just absolutely adore them, and everything Jade is doing. Her team are incredible. The events that they host, all of the different initiatives, all of the amazing campaigns, and just seeing how she has built this remarkable household brand is just incredible, and I feel beyond honoured. Again, it's one of those brands I pinch myself. I can't quite believe I am so lucky enough to call myself a brand ambassador, but that is thanks to you guys, all of your love and your passion for the brand as well. And again, it's just the way it makes us feel, isn't it? So we're all part of the Holland Cooper Sporting Club. So those were the bits and pieces that I was desperate to share with you. I've pushed quite a lot of stuff out of the diary this afternoon because I just wanted to get everything out and try it all on with you guys. It is an absolute bum site down here, so I need to sort this out, but it always is when I'm filming because I'm so excited and can't wait to share it with you. But this afternoon we've actually got some friends coming over, so I'm going to be cooking up a storm, and I'm going to be making, talking of Dame Mary Berry, I am making Dame Mary Berry's beautiful chicken and mushroom tarragon casserole this evening with the delicious truffle mashed potato and probably some green beans that have seen better days in the fridge actually. But it's a glorious day, so I'm going to take the boys around the orchard. I'm going to pick a few of the apples and head over to see the babies, and then we are going to cook up a storm for our friends together. So let's go and spend a gorgeous and glorious afternoon together. I've just come into the orchard and these two are like Tweedledum and Tweedledee. They're so funny. Right, I have got my bowl and I have just come out here to pick some apples because I actually went ahead. I'm really sorry. I just felt like there was so much to do. I went ahead and made the berry casserole, but I will share that with you and we will do the finishing touches together. I think I'm going to also make some delicious like honey glazed carrots to go with the green beans and mashed potato that we're going to serve, and also fry up potentially a little bit of sage. I think a little bit of fried sage on the top of a casserole can just release so many flavors. Absolutely delicious. But I do still need to make pudding. So we are going to do a traditional apple and blackberry crumble. I've got so many apples that we need to consume, and I feel like recently we've been doing apple muffins, we're doing apple stews, we've been doing so many different recipes, but we've got this beautiful English orchard and we need to utilize, oh pardon me, and make the best of all of this delicious fruit. So I'm going to pick, look at these, I mean they look incredible, don't they? It's like something out of a oh my goodness, you guys got donked by an apple. I think that one may have seen better days, but this, oh, she's a beauty. She's a beauty. There are only 4 of us this evening, so we don't need too many, but I tell you what, I need to spend actually a couple of hours in here and do some serious foraging, peeling, and freezing. I need to be careful I don't give myself concussion by apple grabbing. Oh my goodness. Right. I think that is going to be the perfect amount for our crumble. However, we've got some gorgeous girlies across the road who I know will enjoy an apple or 2, if not 10. So let's pick a few apples for the horses as well. Okay, mission, get apples peeled and ready to rumble. We foraged the blackberries, gosh, a few weeks ago now, and defrosted them from the freezer. I don't know about you, but I don't know whether it was the weather, but I didn't manage to forage that many blackberries, and the blackberries actually looked as though they had been scorched, you know, with the sun, and they just didn't have enough water, and they were just like fully dried and dead on the branches. It was so sad, but we managed to get a few, and I am going to utilize those this evening and use them up. So I'm going to do a really traditional apple and blackberry crumble. I'm going to do a delicious crumble topping, lots of cinnamon, some vanilla essence in there, and it's going to be absolutely delish. So I'm going to go ahead, not bore you to death, peeling apples. And this evening, I can't wait to see Ashley and Jack, really good friends of ours. Gosh, Ashley and I have known each other since we were little girls, riding together, and they have Oakingham stud. Incredible stud. They have had all of our mares, and they go there from insemination, then they come back, and then they actually go there and foal. Their team are just phenomenal. Literally cameras in the stables, and yeah, they've had all of our babies. So nice to be able to have dinner together, have a good old catch up, and yeah, absolutely delish. Go over and see the horses as well. Anyway, right, let's get this crumble on the road. Right, the apples have been peeled and chopped up roughly, quite chunky sizes, and I am now just popping them into a saucepan, and I'm going to pop a little bit of vanilla essence, tiny touch of sugar, and then mix in the blackberries. Here we go, literally just a light sprinkle and a little dash of vanilla essence. on second thought, they taste absolutely horrific. They taste horrendous. Oh no, I'm so sad. This was literally all I was able to forage, and then I froze them, defrosted them. They taste disgusting. Okay, right, those are not going in. Well, that's sad, but we are now gonna launch in a load of cinnamon and literally do a traditional, very traditional apple crumble. So I'm just popping in a load of cinnamon. I would have defrosted some plums if I would have known. Right, I'm gonna let that just stew together a tiny bit. We don't want the apples to mush at all. I'm literally just going to put a tiny bit of water in there and just get that cinnamon infused into those apples with the vanilla essence, and then pop them into little ramekins of their own. And then I will do the topping, and then we can pop them out on sweet little ramekin plates, and it looks so cute. That is the crumble all done and dusted. I've just popped a little lid on those apples just so that cinnamon can really infuse into the apples. I'm then going to do some carrots, and I've recently just been obsessed with a Heston Blumenthal recipe, I believe. I need to double check that it is actually his. It's a recipe that Kimberly always does, and it's so simple yet so delicious. And actually, if you get the really like pretty carrots, you know, the long thin ones with still the branches on, cut the branches off, you peel your carrots, and then you put them in an oven-proof dish. I would double seal it with foil, like really wrap it tightly with foil, a tiny touch of water at the bottom, a few very generous knobs of butter, and then some star anise, and they kind of like steam in the butter and the water. And again, the star anise like really infuses into the carrots, and it's so yummy. And it just adds a little bit of flavor and character to the plate, and also color. So I really enjoy doing that. So I'm just prepping this, and then I just need to, they're literally coming in about 15 minutes. So I need to just pop some nibbles together. I picked up some olives and some artichokes, some nice salamis, and just do like a little bit of a like charcuterie board, nibbly bit board. That is my plan. So in terms of cutting these, I think I'd like to try and keep these kind of quite whole and chunky. So I think I'm literally just going to peel them and do the two. These boys are begging for carrots. You guys are so naughty, do you know that? That you are my weakness. Are you speaking? Are you saying hello to everybody? They know when I'm cutting carrots. They like literally know the sound. It's frightening. Right, it's not how to cut carrots. But I'm rushing, as per usual. Right. If I had time, I would actually tie these carrots, but I do not. And tonight is so chilled. I love about Ashton Jack is you just can like just chill. It doesn't need to be over the top. It's starter and main courses and puddings. So we're doing a delicious chicken casserole, beautiful sides, really lovely little nibbly bits, and a good old traditional apple crumble. So I'm literally just going to put these carrots into here. I'm going to put a generous amount of butter in, just a few little knobs on the top, and then I'm going to place around about 3 star anise. You don't want to overpower it. That's going to go in there. Then we need the star anise, strong and aromatic. Come on. We've got a very, very distinctive smell and flavour. So a couple of, there we go, there's a big one. Perfect. Now I'm going to get some foil and really, really tightly wrap it, and then put it in the oven at around about 200. Kind of leave it there and forget about it. That's probably what I'm going to do. Let me get some foil, tightly wrap it twice over, and as I said, it steams just so beautifully. But before I do that, I need to put a tiny touch of water in it. And here we go. very, very chilled, like extremely chilled, but a few little nibbles out. I did a few little crudité bits. This is a scrumptious walnut salami from Waitrose. We've got the marinated artichoke hearts, delicious olives, a few little nuts, little crispies, beautiful tzatziki, and then a few of the caramel olives. I'm going to show you, they're absolutely delicious. It's looking gorgeous. I did a bit of a refresh on here, and then quick little refresh on the flowers as well. Very simple, very sweet, and pretty tablescape.